With Pete Harms of the Trails Only Yukon Association. Peter, just talk about what you're launching today and the brochure that you're holding in your hand.
We're launching more information, and the information is that we have an awful lot of ATVs in the Yukon. We have an incredible number of trails and miles of hard-bottom trails. What we are advocating is let's all of us stay on those trails, beating the Yukon to death so that it is a network of trails isn't the best interest. We still need our wilderness here. We're here because we love our wilderness. Wilderness must be protected. It's disappearing everywhere else, and we're going to lose it here if we continue to just network the place. So we are looking at saying, okay, enough already. We have thousands of kilometers of hard-bottom trail. Let's use them.
All right. So just talk about, you've brought on some partners in this initiative.
We're getting the message out. Eventually, the partners, we believe, should be all of the Yukon. Anybody that rides an ATV, anybody that uses a trail, we're all here together. We're not, nobody's more important than the other. We are looking at the Yukon Wilderness Association. We're looking at the Outfitters Association. We're talking to Yukon Fish and Game Association. All the different people of the Yukon saying, let's all look at this, come up with common beliefs. How do we want the Yukon to look now? How do we want the Yukon to look 10 years from now?
Now the Yukon government is looking at imposing or bringing in some regulations. They're looking at some consultation. You're encouraging the public to speak up on this issue?
For one person to make that decision would be ridiculous. Trying to get all of us on the same page is going to be very difficult. So we know that if we do nothing, imagine our roads imagine the roads we drive on with no legislation, no regulations, no enforcement. Rules actually help. As much as Yukoners hate the idea of more rules, more regulation, they are there. It's important. It would be wonderful if everybody just got it. And we're careful with the wildlife and we're careful with the habitat. They're not. We're finding more and more damage. And with 5,000 ATVs in the Yukon, it's time we had some legislation.
That's your 2-minute rush with Trails Only Yukon Association committee member Pete Harms.